Oh man, breaking news. We have just got the earnings reports for Microsoft, Google, and Visa. What does this mean for crypto and the market in general? Guys, we're going to go straight over into the results. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, you are missing out on the live updates. Literally, as the news broke minutes ago, we covered this off on Twitter. And as you can see, here's what we've got. Microsoft, a miss. EPS missing 2.23 versus 2.29. Revenue, also a miss there on Microsoft. Alphabet missing on earnings per share and on revenue, but Visa having a blowout quarter, beating on both earnings per share and revenue. This is where things get really, really interesting, because they're saying consumer debt is soaring to record highs, which means people are still, regardless of what's going on, trying to spend. They're not slowing down in the face of inflation. Yet this seems contradictory from what we heard earlier in the day from Walmart, who said that spending seems to be slowing on discretionary items. This is why this market is so unique and so unpredictable, because normally when you enter into this inflationary period, when consumer sentiment starts to fall, you start to see declining credit card volumes, you start to see debt start to fall, you start to see purchasing being delayed, but we're getting mixed bags of earnings here, and this is what makes things difficult. But the tech earnings definitely taking a hit. Let's head over straight into the charts. You can see Bitcoin holding up pretty well here, just shy of 21,000, holding this level. Is it going to go for its next dump? As you saw here, rally, dump, brief consolidation, dump, bit of a consolidation. Isn't it getting ready to head more to the downside? We had our price target from the head and shoulders pattern, which I alerted to you guys at about this point here. I mean, over 4 or 5 days ago, we called this head and shoulders pattern, and you can see we're all but at our price target here of 20,500 on the technical targets. Really great trade. Congratulations if you guys made it. If you guys want to see more updates like this, make sure you're in my Discord. Make sure you're in the Telegram, completely free. Links are in the description, and you guys can take advantage of these updates on the chart patterns. Now, loads to cover off. Let's also take a quick look here at the markets to see how we're performing. In fact, let's do it like this. What I do want to show you specifically is, you can see after the market here, the S&P is slightly rallying. You can see this green candle coming in here for the S&P after the close. Let's also take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft tanked pretty quickly on the back of those earnings. You can see Google picking up. People were quite happy with the Google earnings here. If we take a quick look at Google, you will see here that they missed earnings per share by 7 cents. They missed revenue by about we missed revenue by about 0.3 here. YouTube advertising came in 7.34 billion versus 7.52. Google Cloud revenue was a miss as well, so missing on all fronts here. Microsoft similarly taking an income fall from Azure and other cloud services, which we saw as well. So you can see how they fell here on Microsoft. So we're seeing Microsoft getting punished a little bit more, Google getting a little bit of a pump here in after hours, and crypto just kind of holding off and waiting pretty much for the FOMC meeting tomorrow. Remember, key meeting update from Jerome Powell tomorrow. We're going to be streaming that live on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got your notification bell switched on so you get alerted. Sometimes Google is not alerting all you guys to my live stream, so make sure you don't miss this key FOMC decision. The market has priced in 73% of the market has priced in 75 basis points, 26% have priced in 100 basis points. What are we going to get, and how will the market react? Most likely, if we see 75 basis points, we could see a brief sideways movement, maybe even a little bit of a rally. If we see that surprise 100 basis points, the market could tumble a little bit and freak out that Jerome Powell has taken control back again, and they may spit out their dummy. So really important tomorrow. We also need to stream the press conference, because it's not just about the interest rate decision, it's about the press conference and what Jerome Powell says. Does he talk about recession? What does he say about recession? Because that could give us a clue for what's coming on Thursday with the GDP figures. What does he say around having a pause in interest rate hikes, or is he going to go aggressive again in the following month? These are all going to be things we need to cover off the nuances of live, so make sure you stay tuned for those. Also, got a quick update for you guys about Coinbase. Coinbase, 20% decline, leads crypto names lower. They're now being probed by the SEC. This is hugely worrying for the crypto space. To put this into perspective, Coinbase are seen as the gold standard of exchanges, right? They're the ones listed on they're the ones listed in US markets. They're the ones that everybody invests in if they want to be a little bit safe, right? They're considered the golden child of Wall Street. and that they should be doing everything by the book of the SEC. So to see that they've been getting now probed by the SEC is hugely worrying. You've seen a few of the mining companies fall in sympathy. You've also seen MicroStrategy fall since the news, and Coinbase fallen 20% today. I own some Coinbase shares, so super, super painful on that one. But yeah, just goes to show that this could be worrying, and this whole drama around the SEC wanting to pounce on these cryptocurrencies as securities is all but getting started. So be very, very careful with that. Also, an update on Celsius for you guys. I've got a really important update, and that is, why is Celsius stalling? Well, one of the reasons Celsius may be stalling, which we've discovered, is that there's this argument about the creditors and how much are they going to get paid. Remember, if Bitcoin now triples, 10x's, 15x's in value, Celsius may technically only need to pay you back what you had locked at the time of filing bankruptcy. So if you had $10,000 tied in, but that $10,000 by the time you get your payout in Bitcoin is worth $100,000, guess what? You're only owed your $10,000 back at best. So this is unprecedented grounds. The court are going to have to really give some input on this as to whether, hang on a second, if Celsius do manage to navigate themselves way through this and Bitcoin rises and gets them out of their liquidity issue, do they have to pay the increase in price? Now, the only analogous situation we've had is in the oil industry, where oil companies have gone bust. Now, in these situations, oil prices have gone up and the companies have recovered, but they only paid back their creditors the amount that they were owed when the difficulty happened. They did not pay the new price of the oil. So this is interesting. We're going to have to see what happens here with the Celsius issue. And maybe this is one of the reasons why they've decided to start stalling, because they want to let the market recover. They need to get back into a bull market before making any rash decisions and giving you your money back. So be very, very careful. And any of the upside, guess what? Guess where that goes to? Equity holders only, who are their best friends and the people that are holding their shares. Okay, so be very, very careful with that. And hopefully you guys understand what is going on there. Quick update on Phantom as promised as well. Down 4% here. As you can see, we're now at the bottom of our broadening rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. Let's just zoom out here onto the 4-hourly, and you can see here pretty much all of these have fallen. This is really important to understand. I warned of the bearish divergence right here at the peak. So congratulations of you who took your profits on your trade, because after this point, you saw the bearish divergence, and I warned we would be heading sideways and downwards from here, and you're getting exactly that. You're getting your bounce back to support from these pivot points here. Critical level at 29. If we lose 29, we could be heading down to 24, and then successively maybe going down to test that 23 mark, 22 mark at the bottom of the next pivot points. Thereafter, you then want to look at 21 and the bottom of the wedge at 19. But let's talk to those as and when, because if we fall from this pattern, the target price would be the extension of this down, back down into the 15 cents region. But I don't want to talk about those levels just yet, because that is going to rely on Bitcoin falling down from this channel and testing its lows here at 18,800. Crazy volatile week, loads going on. Hopefully you appreciate these updates in a timely manner as soon as the data is out. So we're going to have to see, how does the market digest this set of data in terms of Microsoft and Google. It's not over from here. Tomorrow morning, we will get Shopify and Boeing, followed by Meta and Ford after the close. And in between that, obviously, we get our interest rate hike from Jerome Powell, plus his press conference. Loads going on, guys. Hopefully you are keeping up. If you appreciate these types of updates, make sure you let me know in the comments. Make sure you smash up the like button. You don't forget to subscribe. Go catch up with this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.